Hello everyone, I'm Nancy from the Saskatoon Public Library, and here I am at my home on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis. And I wanted to talk to you about going to the moon. I know a lot of us have been staying home for a very long time, and I thought something different might be good for us. So today we're going to have stories about going to the moon. This story is called Footprints on the Moon. It's by Mark Haddon. It's illustrated by Christian Birmingham. And this book is published by Candlewick Press. Years ago, there was a little boy who had the solar system on his wall. Late at night, he'd lie in bed with Rabbit, and they'd watch the planets spinning around the sun. Mars, the tiny space tomato, Saturn sitting in its frisbee rings, freezing Pluto turning slowly in the dark, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, and Earth. But of all the weird worlds that whirled across his bedroom wall, his favorite was the moon. A small and ball and ordinary globe of rock that looped the loop on its way through outer space. The boy leaned across his windowsill at night and watched the moon slide up into the sky and above the smokestacks. He borrowed his dad's binoculars and gazed for hours at the empty deserts and the Rocky Mountains, and it made him dizzy just to think that he was looking at another world 200,000 miles away. He got an atlas of the moon for Christmas, and he read it like a storybook. He dreamed of going there, of rocketing across the cold black miles and landing on the crumbly rock. He dreamed of visiting the craters in the atlas, Prosper Henry, Klaproth, Zach. He dreamed of driving in a fat-tired moonmobile across the Bay of Rainbows and the Sea of Rains. He kept a scrapbook called The Journey to the Moon. Inside were photographs of rockets taking off from Cape Canaveral and astronauts in pumped-up suits and fishbowl helmets floating in zero gravity across their little metal rooms. He borrowed library books and read about how astronauts had orbited the Earth and walked in space and how they'd flown around the moon itself. And every night he hoped and hoped that one day they would find a way to land and walk across the tiny world where he had dreamed of walking. And eventually, one cloudless night, they did. He couldn't sleep. Midnight had come and gone, but he was wide awake and standing at the window in his bathrobe because two astronauts were walking on the surface of the moon, 200,000 miles above his bedroom. There's a picture of the astronauts. At 3 a.m. he went downstairs and turned the television on, and there they were on the flickery screen, bouncing slowly through the dust in the sea of tranquility like giants in slow motion. Here's a picture. He stayed awake all night and went to bed at dawn. The sun was coming up outside his window and the moon was fading fast. He fell asleep, and in his dreams he walked with them. That little boy was me. I'm older now. The solar system wall chart fell to pieces long ago. And Rabbit, who is older too, no longer follows me around, but sits beside my desk and watches while I work. Yet still on cloudless nights, I sometimes sit beside my bedroom window, staring at that tiny, distant world. I think how cold and dark it is up there. No wind, no clouds, no streams, no sky, just rocks and dust. I think how nothing ever moves, year after year. And then I think about those two astronauts and how the prints they made with their big boots will still be there tonight, tomorrow night, and every night for millions of years to come. And there's a picture of the boy. Did you feel like you'd been to the moon? See, books can be very exciting. So today, for our craft, we're going to make an origami rocket ship. What we need first is a square piece of paper. And as you can see here, this paper is not square. So the first thing we're going to have to do is make it square. So we know that the corners are square, so that's good. Now we just have to make the sides the same length. So we're going to take this corner and fold it over from this corner to the long side like this. Can you match them up really nicely so that they're straight? And we're going to press that down really hard. There we go. Now, you can see this part here is the part that's too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to very carefully, I'm actually going to even trace along it. Just take my pencil, go from there to there. And now I'm going to cut that part off. See my line? Scissors and cut it off. And now I have a piece of paper that is square and has a line across it, which is kind of perfect, and I need that line. Now we're going to we folded it this way. Now we're going to fold it the other way. We're going to fold it across so that these two corners match, and squish it again. You see that? You put it now. It's got an X in the middle. Now I'm going to take this side and fold them together. Line them up carefully along the edge. Squish it down. Open it up. I've got 3 folds, and I'm going to turn it this way, so this folds is across this way, and now I'm going to fold it one more time, lining up my edges, squish it down, and there I have a star in the middle of my paper. Now, you think, that's good, but what are we going to do next? Okay, we're going to go back to this fold here. We've got it folded here, but now we've got these extra little folds on the edge. See that? I'm going to take it, push this one inside on these folds and squish it down carefully. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. You see this one here? We're going to take it and very carefully fold it down inside like that. So once again, I've got a square, but now it's got these extra folds in it. See that? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I want the part where they all come together right at the top here. And I'm going to take this edge and fold it to the center line on each side. Okay, so this edge has to line up on here. And this edge also has to line up on here. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this fold that I just made. I'm going to put my fingers inside of it. And I'm going to fold it down flat. Just like that. You see that? Now I'm going to get it out of the way. I'm going to fold it over like this because I'm going to do the same to the other flap we made. Put my fingers inside. And fold it down flat. And then fold it over. Fold it over so it's out of the way. Turn your piece of paper over. We're going to do the same on this side. Fold this side and this side into the center. Okay, now Once again, we take the top flap, like we just folded, put our fingers inside, and squish it down flat. This was getting in my way. Let's see if I can make it do this. Okay, so that I've got, oh, it looks almost like a tree shape there, right? Fold that out of my way. Now let's do this one. Pick it up. Put your fingers inside. Fold it down flat. And fold it over. Okay, now we've got the tree shape here. What we're going to do next is we're going to fold this side and this side into the center again, into this center fold. You see, we're doing the side that has the tree shape on it, folding that into the center, and folding this into the center. Just makes it long and thin. Now we have to find the other 4 places. So fold this one over, fold this one over. Oh, tree shape again. Let's do it again. Fold it to the this fold to the side, this side to the center. Okay, that's 2 of them. Okay, now let's turn it over and find the other 2. Well, there's not there, is it? So we have to reach over, fold that over till we find this part that looks like this. Now we're going to fold this side and this side into the center. That one. And that one. Now we've done it 3 times. Let's find the 4th one. You can see that it's going to be over here because that's where the bulky material is. Okay, so we open it up. Oh, there it is. See, it's got the part that looks like a tree. We're going to fold this side and this side into the center. Okay, now we have a long, thin, it looks almost like an airplane now, doesn't it? But what we need to do next is, you see all these flaps at the bottom? These ones are actually poke out a little ways. And we're going to put our finger up just a little bit inside of here and poke it out so it folds up like that. Can you see? We're going to do it another time, so I'll let you take a peek here. Up inside here, put my finger inside and push it out. Okay, now let's do the one on this side. I put my finger just a little ways up inside and push it out. Okay, now turn it over because there's 2 on this side. That's not the right edge, is it? We need the one that looks like this. Yeah. Okay, so put her finger up inside, line it up with the other one, squish it down. Put your finger up inside, line it up with this one, squish it down. Look at that. That one doesn't quite match. Does that matter? Not really. But this is going to be the base of our rocket. Can you see? Now we're going to turn all of these so that they all go all the way around. You see that? I'm going to open them all up like that. It looks like this at the bottom, looks like this at the top, and look at this. It stands up just like a rocket ship. Can you see that? Look at this. Rocket ship. Okay. Shh. And gone.